Student viewers, Assalamu alaikum. Hoping that you all would be okay in your respective homes. Yesterday, JK Bose released a date sheet for class 10th, and for 11th and 12th, this date sheet will be released within the days. So you have to remain with the books so that you can crack the upcoming examinations with a nice percentage of marks. And there is 15% relaxation for you. Your question paper will be set out of 100 percent syllabus, but if you attempt only 85% marks, that will be raised to 100. So there is 15% relaxation for you, 10th and 11th and 12th. But remember, the question paper will be set out of 100% syllabus. Dear students, today we are dealing with one of the important topics in class 10th and 11th political science, that is Constitution of India. And this can be asked in the coming board examinations. So watch this video. In case of any confusion that may strike your mind, after watching this video, you can call me on 7006671106 or catch me inside physically so that we will discuss the things to your satisfaction. Dear students, Constitution simply means supreme body of laws according to which a state is governed. Our Constitution is a document that outlines framework for how to govern a state. So the Indian Constitution was framed by purely by Indians. For that, the elections were held in India, and when elections were held, the members were elected, and they formed the Constituent Assembly. They formed the Constituent Assembly rather, and Dr. Rajendra Prasad was made the permanent chairman of the Constituent Assembly, and Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar was made the chairman of the drafting committee. That is why he is called father of Indian Constitution. So Indian Constitution is sometimes called as bag of borrowing because the most concepts that are in the Indian Constitution were borrowed from the different constitutions of the world. But at the same time, it was purely framed by Indians. It took 2 years, 11 months and 18 days to complete the Indian Constitution. It was completed on 26th of November 1949, and it was adopted by the Constituent Assembly on the same date. That is why this day is celebrated the Constitution Day, and it came to an effect on 26th of January 1950. That's why this day is celebrated as Republic Day each year. But the Constitution of India had some or has some key features. The original Constitution of India contained 395 articles, 8 schedules, and 22 parts. And the first important key feature of the Indian Constitution is that it offers for the federal structure. That means you can find double set of the government here, one at the union level, that's called the union government, and another at the state level, that's called state government. And there is a clear-cut demarcation of powers for these governments, and both the governments receive their or derive their powers from Constitution of India. And second important key feature of the Indian Constitution is that it goes for the parliamentary democracy. Elected representatives here govern the state ultimately, or double set of executive is found there. All the powers are given in the name of president, but they are in a real exercise by the prime minister who heads the cabinet. And third important is the fundamental rights. Set up the fundamental rights are given there from Article 1235. And sometimes fundamental rights is called the Constitution because fundamental rights it is given to every citizen irrespective of caste, creed, and color. And fourth important point is that it goes for the directive principles of state policy that are mentioned from Article 36 to 51, and these are the just directions to the both the governments to go for the welfare of the people. And one more important thing are the key feature of the Indian Constitution, that which is the secularism. And secularism in Indian context means that here the multiple religious exists and every person is free to practice and propagate his own religion. So the religious freedom is here. or we can say the preamble of Indian Constitution. Preamble means or preamble. Sometimes we pronounce it. So it is the aims and objectives. The preamble is the part of Indian Constitution that in which the aims and objectives of the Constitution are given. In 1976, when 42nd constitutional amendment came in, the preamble or the preamble of the Indian Constitution was amended, and word socialism and secularism was added to it. And one more important thing is the independent judiciary. Here, the laws that are mentioned in the Constitution, whether these laws are really implemented in true spirit, and the independent judiciary, that the apex court being the Supreme Court, it sees or the court see it whether this law has been implemented in truly in a right way. So independent judiciary is the important future of the Indian Constitution. And one more important thing, that is the universal adult franchise. That means every Indian who has now attained the age of 18 can cast his or her vote. Earlier it was 21. So these are the key features of the Indian Constitution. Let me repeat the things for you. Constitution is a supreme body of laws according to which a state is governed, and it outlines the framework by which a state is governed. Indian Constitution was completed on 26th of November 1949, and this day is celebrated as Constitution Day, and it came into effect, or it was enforced on 26th of January 1950. That is why this day is celebrated as the Republic Day. And the original Constitution of India had 395 articles, 8 schedules, and 22 parts. And it was framed by Indians, for which the elections were held in India, and Constituent Assembly got framed. And Constituent Assembly, having had Dr. Rajendra Prasad as its permanent chairman and Bhimrao Ambedkar as the chairman of the drafting committee, that is why he is called father of Indian Constitution. It has some key features. One of the first important key feature is that it offers for the federal structure. You will find double set of government, and each government derives its power from the Constitution of India, and India goes for the parliamentary democracy. Third is the set of fundamental rights are here from Article 12 to 35, and directive principle of state policy you can find there. From Article 36 to 51, independent judiciary is there, secularism is there, and adult universal franchise there. Every citizen is free to cast his vote when he turns 18 or she turns 18 now, and earlier it was 21. So these are the important features of the Indian Constitution. In case of any confusion that may strike your mind, you can call me. Already number lying with you. But important thing is that you have to see these things on your available notebooks, on your available other sources of study, or other source of where you find these things. And you must remain with the book so that you can crack the upcoming examination with a good percentage of marks. 15% relaxation is there, but you have to prepare yourself very well so that you can bring pride to yourself, your family, and the teachers. Thanks. Be blessed.